Good morning, everybody. How do you feel today? Say it loud so you can hear how you feel. Thank you for saying how you feel. My name is Mr. Channing. Would you like to read a book with me today? I've got a book I'd like to read with you. Sometimes one of my favorite things to do is to go up to the 5th floor at the Berkeley Public Library and go to the art book section. Now, what is an art book? Well, it's just what it sounds like. It's a big book full of beautiful pictures of art. The books I'm going to show you are by one specific artist. His name is KEHINDE WILEY. He is a painter. This is not a picture of KEHINDE WILEY. This is a picture of someone that he painted. These books don't really have a good picture of him, so I'm going to put one up on the screen right now. 1, 2, 3. Did I do it? Okay, great. His paintings are not small. His paintings are huge. Now, what does Mr. Wiley paint pictures of? He paints pictures of people. Can you see this person? Holding a stick, walking, posing. How does this person feel? I think this person looks very proud. Oh, the edge of all the pages is actually shiny gold, and when the book is closed, you can see all that shiny gold material all together. How pretty. And I put some bookmarks here because we're not going to read this whole book because this book is huge. Do you want to play a game with me? These pictures, they are of people, and we can learn a lot about those people by looking at the picture, but we don't know everything. So I like to play a game called Who's This? You look at the picture of the person, and you say, who's this? And then you make some guesses about who that person is. I know that you don't know who these people are. I don't know who these people are either. We can make up a story about them. Does that sound like fun? That's one of the fun things about art, is that art is about the painting and you. So first, let me show you a picture that Mr. Wiley did not paint. Ooh. You see this painting? What do you see here? You see somebody riding a horse. The horse is rearing up. The wind is blowing. Oh, what an exciting picture. This person's wearing a long yellow cape, kind of a funny looking hat. And the horse is on some rocks, and there's a big cloudy background. A lot of yellow and white and blue. Who's the person in this picture? This person is named Napoleon Bonaparte. Now, some people think that Napoleon Bonaparte was very important because he was in charge of a lot of things and he made a lot of rules. Some people think that he was more important than other people. Do you think that's true? Or do you think everybody matters? I think that everybody matters. Here's what you should remember. KEHINDE WILEY believes that everyone matters. And he believes that a gallery that only has pictures of old white people in it from a long time ago is not much of a gallery. You need to see some new people in it, some new people who matter just as much. So here is one of Mr. KEHINDE WILEY's paintings. Now, what do you see in this picture? You see a horse, a cape, some rocks on the ground. You see a man riding this horse. Now, there's a lot of things that are the same and some things that are different. It's a different person. This is not Napoleon Bonaparte riding the horse. This is a man, a black man, that Mr. KEHINDE WILEY met on the sidewalk. He went outside his studio and he walked around. He found some people and he said, "Excuse me, I don't know you, but I know that you matter. And I'd like to put you in a painting that looks just like one of their paintings to let everyone know that you matter just as much as anybody from history. Would you like to be in my painting?" Sometimes those people will say no. They're busy. They don't feel like it. Whatever. That's fine. Got to have people's consent before you paint a picture of them. This person said yes. That sounds like a great idea. I'd like to be in your painting. Who's this? I see 3 people. I think this is a mom and 2 daughters. And I see that one of the daughters is looking away from us, and the other 2 are looking right at us. How do they feel? And I also notice that all the colors that are in the background, green and orange and purple and white, on the people I see red and blue and black and white and brown. And I see some parts where the background is actually going over the people, going over their legs. Who's this? She looks very serious to me. You think she's thinking about something? And I see that some of the flowers in the background, Mr. Wiley's painted them so they're going over her shoulder and over her shirt. I see that she's wearing some makeup. What do you think she's doing today? All right, now here's another picture. Are you ready? Who's this? Now this is a person on a horse, as we can see. A beautiful white horse. Has a coat with a hood up with fur lining on it. It looks like he's very interested. He looks like he's seen some interesting things and he might have some stories he wants to tell you. Someone who's very brave. Do you think this person looks brave? I think so. Now, something else that I notice about this is that the background is not like the background of the ones that we've seen previously. The background here is not a pattern. It's not the same flowers repeated over and over again. What do you see in the background instead? Yes, I see clouds, and I see some little silvery bits flying around, going over and under the people in the picture. How interesting. Now, by the way, while I'm thinking of it, here is a picture of Mr. Wiley talking to people and asking if they'd like to be in a painting. Zoop. There he is. That's him just talking to some people outside a Target. Saying, "Excuse me, my name is KEHINDE WILEY, I'm a painter. You might not have heard of me, you might have. I wonder if you would like to be in one of my paintings. You can say no if you want to, but if you say yes, I think it could be fun." And here's someone posing on a real horse. Mr. Wiley has a real horse in his studio. He must have someone to come take care of that horse. It's very important to take very good care of animals while you're working with them in a painting or in a movie or anywhere else you might meet a horse or some other kind of animal. It's important to be kind to animals because animals don't really have a choice about showing up to be in a painting or not. Who's this? I see this person has a lot of lights shining on their beautiful skin. So when Mr. Wiley painted this person, he was very careful with how he used lights. Lighting is very important in art. You can change the way a whole picture looks just by changing the lights. Who's this? I see 2 people sitting side by side. One man has his arm around the other man. Who are these 2 people? Who are these 2 men? It's actually not a painting that Mr. Wiley used to base this on. It was a sculpture made by the Dogon people in the country of Mali in Africa, made by a black African artist working very carefully with wood and chisels and sharp knives, carving this wood into exactly the shape they wanted. Do you notice something similar between these pictures and this picture? These people are posing in the same way. These 2 people are in love. And where they live, they have a lot of bullies who tell them that men are not allowed to love each other. They made some rules where they live. Some rules about who can be in love. Does that sound fair? I don't think that sounds fair at all. Love is part of history, and love matters, just like people do. So Mr. Wiley painted a picture of them to remember their love for each other. Let's close this book, and I want to show you just a couple more pictures in the other book. Who was this? Looks like his job is to hold that very big key. Maybe it unlocks a very large door. Here he is again. You think he has a job doing construction? I see he's got these two big planks of wood. Do you know someone who has a job in construction? That's a very important job. If it wasn't for people working construction, we wouldn't have houses and buildings. Here's another horse picture. Who is this? Who are they? How many people do you see in this picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one horse. One person riding. One person is holding an umbrella up so that person doesn't get too much sun. Everybody else is leading the horse and walking along beside. Where are they going? Why is one person on top of the horse and not the other ones? Who is this? Can you see that bag? This bag has a red cross on it. Have you seen that picture before? That symbol before of the red cross? What that means is that this person is probably a doctor. This picture is based on another painting from far away in the world, from a country called China. And this was a painting that a Chinese artist made of a doctor working out in the field. Actually, I can show you that painting right now. And you see there's two pictures here. There's a soldier holding a gun, and there's a doctor holding a doctor bag. See, take a look at this one right now. There she is, holding this doctor bag. She's out in the field. She's going to go help some people. Now, at the time in China, they want a lot of people to be soldiers. I got mixed feelings about that myself. I don't like guns. But they also wanted people to be doctors. When you see this picture, do you think to yourself, I'd like to be a doctor so that I could help people when they need help? You might feel like that yourself. This picture is kind of a way of letting yourself imagine what it would be like to be a doctor. And if you do want to be a doctor, you can do it. Got to go to school for a long time. When you get done, you'll be able to help a lot of people. Who is this? What is he holding? Oh, a giant bundle of flowers, a bouquet as they're sometimes called. How does he look? He looks pretty happy to me. Do you think someone gave him those flowers? Do you think he just bought those flowers and he's going to go give them to somebody else? And thinking about their happiness is making him feel happy too. Whew, these are very heavy books. I think looking at art is a lot of fun, and I hope you think so too. Thank you very much for taking a look at these books with me. Thank you very much for playing Who Is This with me, and thinking about who's in them. Why did that person paint that painting? What colors did they use? What colors did they not use? I got these books from the Berkeley Public Library, and I'm about to bring them back so you can check them out yourself if you want to. The library is there for everyone. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.